What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. We are just a few days away from the launch of Verdansk back into Warzone, and it feels like a righting of the ship. Feels like course correction. As ever since Warzone 2.0 released, it feels as if Activision and the Warzone developers have been backpedaling from the changes they made to make Warzone 2.0 bigger. Now it appears that Warzone 2.0 was nothing more than a cash grab, an opportunity for Call of Duty to wipe the slate clean with all of their microtransactions and customization and force you to rebuy a lot of the skins once again. Get rid of everything you purchased back in 2020 and 2021 and force you to buy new content once again. I mean, no other game has done that, right? No other game that is online today that offers a similar Battle Royale experience doesn't allow you to access the skins you purchased back in 2020. Not Fortnite, not Apex Legends, not PUBG. So I believe in my heart of hearts, Warzone 2.0, not only was it terrible, not only was it a disaster, it was a pure cash grab. And now with all of the changes to the mechanics of Warzone to revert it back to become a similar experience to what we had in 2020, well, what really then was the point? It wasn't to enhance your experience. It wasn't to provide Warzone players a better game. It wasn't to compete against Fortnite and Apex Legends. It was to make Activision more money. And that's the disappointing part, because if you know anything, ever since the launch of Warzone 2.0, it feels as if Warzone has been on a steady trajectory downwards. And it's pretty easy to pinpoint the reason why. Let's look at this little summation of all of the changes that came with Warzone 2.0. 2v2 Gulag, Juggernaut AI in Gulag, broken overpowered AI, no resurgence mode, no ranked mode, no sprinting while plating, no one-shot headshot snipers, limited items in every buy station, different items in every buy station, 2 plates as the default instead of 3, no loadout drops at the buy station, no customizable perk packages, backpack looting, medium-large backpacks that weren't lootable off of dead players. It's like they just completely changed the experience and made it worse in every single way. Sure, they added the proximity chat, which allowed for some funny moments here and there, but overall the gameplay of Warzone suffered significantly with the change and the move from Warzone 1.0 to Warzone 2.0. And I still remember all the marketing around it. I remember it being the biggest thing Call of Duty has done. And yeah, it was well marketed, but it was not well received. Like, I remember when MW2 released with Warzone 2.0, it just didn't land with players. And ever since the shift from Warzone 1.0 to 2.0, it feels like Warzone has never been able to really regain momentum. Every new map feels less inspiring than the last. Like, I look at Urzikstan, a disappointing map. It's not really memorable for long-lasting players, right? Like, we still look back at Verdansk and we say, man, they had some memorable areas, right? We all know where we're going to be dropping on April 3rd. Everybody already has that in their mind. But let's say Urzikstan comes back in 3 to 5 years. Are you really going to be excited to drop at any of the locations? No, because they aren't memorable. They're just sort of generic. And then, of course, we had Area 99 this year. Again, same problem. Very generic map, very bad map. And all of this has kind of led to Warzone having this sour taste when you think about it, when you talk about it. And that's not where Warzone should be. At least that's not where Call of Duty was expecting Warzone to be when it absolutely grabbed the attention of every single player when it released back in March of 2020. And yeah, there are some other circumstances that led to the rise of Warzone, but the sustainability of it throughout 2020 and 2021 and 2022, and the reason why they saw a point in releasing Warzone 2.0 was because of all of these smart decisions they made along the way. It's just too bad that ever since 2022, it feels like Warzone has failed to regain any type of momentum or traction within this community. I mean, we can point to the Steam numbers that are currently available for Black Ops 6 and Warzone as Call of Duty as a whole, right? Because it's COD HQ. That encompasses MW2, MW3, Black Ops 6, and Warzone. I'd argue one of the main reasons for the decline here is the fact that Warzone sort of sucks. There's nothing that is keeping players there. There's nothing retaining them other than the fact that it's accessible. Like, I will continue to champion the fact that Call of Duty was mindful enough to create a free-to-play battle royale game, because I never would have thought that was possible, especially after what they did in Black Ops 4 with Blackout. It is such a shame that Blackout was not free-to-play, as more players deserve the opportunity to experience what Treyarch did with Blackout. But nonetheless, they learned from that mistake and they released Warzone as a free-to-play experience. It's just too bad that over the last several years, with the lead up to Verdansk now, we've come to realize just how far Battle Royale as a whole has fallen for Call of Duty. Like I said at the start of this video, it feels like a course correction. It feels like they're righting the ship with the return of Verdansk, which means that everything that happened from Warzone 2.0 until now has been a gross miscalculation and an overall unmitigated disaster. And I don't want to use those words lightly, but it's true. Warzone should be bigger than it is right now. It should be well regarded, but it's not. Not only is it rampant with cheaters, it's just purely unfun for players, whether it's mechanics that are causing those issues or just the overall experience for players. It's very clear that it took a backseat during the MW3 lifecycle, and I'd argue it's done the same here with Black Ops 6. They released that Area 99 map, but let's look at the map. It's garbage. It's awful. And it just doesn't make you want to play it. A good game like what Warzone 1.0 was makes you want to play it. Makes you want to recruit your friends to play it. That's not what Warzone's experience has been since the big shift to 2.0. It's very clear that it was all just a marketing ploy. Let's frame this in a way that the players will think that Warzone is getting better, when in reality it's just us, Activision, being as greedy as humanly possible. Like I said, no other competitor in the Battle Royale genre has locked your skins away forever. Think about this. If you were just purely a Warzone player, you didn't own any of the Call of Duty games, you only played Warzone starting day one of 2020. You lost every skin that you purchased or earned through the Battle Pass from March of 2020 all the way through to the fall of 2022. No other game did that. That to me is unforgivable. That to me signaled right away all they care about is money. Because we've seen that they've tried to repeat some of the cosmetics that were available during that time back into Call of Duty. I mean, they're essentially re-releasing the Rose skin again for the Black Cell Battle Pass in Season 3. Because it was so successful the first time, we'll see what it's like this time. Again, they claim that there's going to be better lighting on Verdansk now, so the Rose skin won't be as overpowered. But we'll just have to hope for the best, I guess. I hate saying that, but that's kind of what this franchise is now. It's all about hope. It's all about potential, and never about actualizing any of those hopes and dreams or potential. But I digress. My hope is that with Verdansk returning, we can finally turn the page away from Warzone 2.0 and the disaster that it was, and usher in a new era for Warzone, one where Warzone players can thrive and experience new and enjoyable moments for years to come. That's what I'd like to see. Now it's up to Call of Duty to finally deliver. The question is, will they? That's it for the video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. Were you one of those people that really liked Warzone 2.0 and the changes that came with it? I'd love to hear from you down below in that comment section. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.